Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm going to start out with a joke in honor of JJ. One bright, beautiful Sunday morning, everyone in the tiny town of Jonestown wakes up early and goes to their local church. Before the service starts, the townspeople sit in their pews and talk about their lives and their families. Suddenly, at the altar, Satan appears. Everyone starts screaming and running for the front entrance, trampling over everybody, determined to get out for their efforts, to get away from the evil one. Soon everyone has evacuated from the church, except for one man, who sits there very calm, looking at Satan. Satan says, "You're confused. Aren't you afraid of me?" The guy says, "No," very calmly. Satan said, "Don't you know who I am?" He says, "Sure, I know who you are." Satan looks at him and says, "Why aren't you running?" The guy says, "I was married to your sister for 25 years. So, we're going to talk about knowing our enemy. Most of us in here has played some kind of sport, was in the military, or whatever. And you had an opponent you had to face. So what did you do to face that opponent? You learned everything you didn't know about him. When you played sports, you looked at game film. When you were in the military, you got all the intel you need to get ready to go to battle. So, with us as Christians, we need to know our enemy. Our enemy is no other than Satan, or the name Lucifer, or some people call him the devil. Lucifer, created perfect, a beautiful model of perfection. He dwelled in the Eden of God, in the Garden of God. He was anointed as guardian cherub. He was the highest of order among all angels. He was a holy mountain of God. And people don't understand that he hides in the most unbelievable places, like poetry, art, oftentimes in music, and believe it or not, also in church. Yes, he goes to church. He's probably in here right now, whispering in JJ's ear. All you Florida State fans saying that Florida State's the best thing in college football. So you wonder, why does Satan go to church? Well, he's been religious ever since he was created. But his religion is false. He calls it he's looking for prey. What better place to find prey than in church? I mean, he has to get people in here out of here. So, he's seeking, because one thing he's seeking for worship. Because he wants to be like God. So let's explore the common enemy a little more. So how this model of perfection named Lucifer becomes Satan, or the devil? In Ezekiel 28:15 it states, "You are perfect in your ways. From the day you were created, to iniquity was found in you, and iniquity was pride." In Ezekiel 28:17 it states, "Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You have corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor, so I cast you to the ground." In Isaiah 14:12-15 it states, "I have fallen from heaven, O morning star." Morning star is the name, means Lucifer. That's his name, morning star. Son of the dawn, you have been cast down on the earth. You who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of the sacred mountain. I will ascend above the top of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. But you are brought down to the grave, to the depths of the pit. So pride filled Lucifer's heart. He wanted to be like God. First sin ever committed in the universe was committed by him. He's a constant, relentless opponent, always on the prowl. In First Peter 5:8 it says, "Be self-controlled and Alert your enemy. The devil prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Everybody got this common enemy looking around, wanting to kill every last one of us. Take us away from God. Want to destroy everything God's put in front of us. There is no truth to him at all. He's the father of lies. He's out to deceive us by lies. He's the ruler of all the world, and the title refers to the power over the evil world system of man and his demons. That means this world right here. He has a spiritual influence. And Ephesians 2:2 says, "You fought the ways of the world, and you're ruler of the kingdom of the air, the spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. He is a tempter, and the God of his age with reference to his power to blind the minds of the world." To the gospel it says, in Corinthians 2, the God of the age has blinded the minds of unbelievers, that they cannot see the light of the gospel, of the glory of Christ. That's telling you, he's here. He's here. Right here. Blinding us all. With all this, Satan still can't defeat us. Without help from the one named God. That's the victory we have in God. He's a very, very powerful opponent. An opponent that you face that no other has ever faced. But know that if you have God in your life and you have your heart so focused on God, he can't mess with you. We all get busy sometimes. Every last one of us. We get busy with just everyday life things. Everybody knows what the word busy means. It means being under Satan's yoke. Satan has a conflict with all his demons. He tells them there's 12 ways to get these Christians away from Christ. You can't defeat them as long as they follow Christ. You can't defeat them. But I tell you, if you do these 12 steps faithfully, we can get them. 1, keep them busy with non-essentials. 2, tempt them to overspend and go into debt. 3, make them work long hours to maintain empty lifestyles. 4, discourage them from spending family time together. When their homes disintegrate, there is no refuge from work. 5, overstimulate their minds with TV and computers, so they can't hear the God speaking to them. Fill their coffee table and nightstands with newspaper and magazines, so they have no time to read about it. Flood their mailbox with sweepstakes, promotions, and get-rich-quick schemes to keep them chasing material things. Put glamorous models on TV and on magazine covers. Keep them focused on outward appearances. That way, they will be dissatisfied with themselves, dissatisfied with their makes them want other things. Make sure couples are too exhausted for physical intimacy, so they will be tempted to look elsewhere. Make Santa and Easter Bunny bigger than Jesus to divert them from remembering the real meaning of the holidays. Involve them in God and involve them in good causes so they won't have time to external ones. Make them self-satisfied. Keep them busy working in their own strength, so they will never know the joy of God's power working through them. Remember, demons, keep them busy. Keep them busy, busy, busy. Do this faithfully, and we can win. Nor does he know that he ain't going to win. Ultimately, he will be destroyed in the end. He's short on time. He's trying to get what he can now. His time is upon him, and he knows that. We, as Christians, need to learn to spend more time with God. You never know when that time is going to come. Just know that whatever time of day you have, take extra time to spend with God. If you don't, you're subject to the temptation of Satan. He's out to get you. You have a playbook. Everybody has a Bible. It's your playbook. Use it. It tells you everything you know how to win. Do we follow it all the time? No. Can we follow it? Absolutely we can. It takes time to choose to do that. This is the enemy that we all have in common. It's not about my neighbor next door. Not about my job. Not about the school. Not about how I look. Not about how my house looks. Not about what this person said about me. Not about what the person feels about me. It's all about the one and only God. Amen. Only He can help us in this battle we're going through. He wants us to lean on Him. So why not lean on Him? Why do we always try to take everything into our own hands? When you take it into your own hands, how many times do you fail? Quite often. I'm coming back. We fail all the time. But though Satan answers prayers too. It may be a quick fix. It may be something that looks good, but it's not good. When you have that time when Satan answers a prayer, you think everything is going good for that little week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks, maybe even a year. You think it's all good. But I guarantee you, if it ain't God's blessing, it's going to fall. It's going to fail. Yes. We all got demons. We're all facing them. Lean on God to get you through that. If you don't, you're going backwards. God's here to help you through everything that you got going on, whether you know it or not. Ain't nothing God can't do. You don't think God can pay a light bill? You don't think God can get your car fixed? I'm here to tell you, He's the ultimate mechanic. The ultimate bill payer. He can do it all. Just know that I take spending time with Him. Don't expect Him to always be there. But He's going to be there. Don't expect Him to just be there without you spending no time with Him. He wants you to spend time with Him. He's jealous. He wants you to spend time with Him, not Satan. Satan's the ultimate liar, ultimate deceiver. He will tell you everything you need to know to thank you to make it feel like it's good. Do you think Satan was down on the cross for you?
Nope.
He probably told you he would. But I guarantee he wouldn't. Right now, Satan is 1-1. Satan won the first battle. Satan deceived Eve and Adam and Eve. He won that battle. The battle he lost, he tried to tempt God in the garden. He lost that one. So now it's tied 1-1. It's fourth quarter. And we're driving. So let's get this win. Let's get this win. Satan's trying to come back. He's only got a few minutes, a little bit of time left. But we're making that stop. We're driving down the field right now. And we're going to do it. Yeah. So remember that Satan will use whatever device that he needs to cause us to sin against God. He will cause us to question God. He will cause us to distort God's word to fit our own needs. He will make sin look appealing. So if we understand how Satan works, we can be on our guard when situations arise that can lead us to sin. In 1 Corinthians 10:13 it says, "No temptation has seized you except what is common to man. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out." Always. So go to Him. When I was preparing this service, there's so much information out there on Satan. I didn't realize there's that much out there. So as we know that this is something that can be taught, can be said every single day. This is an opponent we face every single day. When we play sports, you don't face that opponent maybe twice a year, 4 times a year. This opponent you're facing every single day of your life. So know everything you need to know to get to where you need to get. So as I come to a close here, remember, everybody, Satan will use whatever devices he can. You always have victory for God, no matter what. And ultimately, Satan will be destroyed for good at the end.
Amen.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me. I really appreciate that. I look forward to doing this again. Just know that God has your back in every single thing we do. Everything. He says he will not leave nor forsake you. We always leave him. He never leaves us. No matter what we go through, he's there. When do we always come to him in dire time of need? Let's go to him all the time when we don't need him. Show him that you really are following him. Not just sometimes, all the time. Don't let Satan win. He's out there. He's in here. He's listening. He's waiting at the door. He's looking, he's prowling. Who can I get? Who can I take next? Who can I manipulate next? He's already manipulating this world, our nation. Bad. This is a powerful, powerful being, perfect, made perfect by God. So, but he can't be defeated. Whether he's perfect or not, he can be defeated. He's not all the way perfect, but he can be defeated. In the name of the Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit, thank you. Amen.